Hey guys, it's Matt here from Team GHQ with this. It's my updated Oni Assassin deck profile for Buddy Fight. So we start off with, of course, the flag and dip. We've changed our buddy to the new Ibuki from the X Duel chest, Chaos Ibuki. I'll go over him when we get to the buddy playset, of course. Size zeros, we start off with 3 copies of a Man of GHQ, which when he enters the field by ambush, draw a card, and of course the ambush effect's there. When its face down card is put from the soul on a card onto the field and drop zone, call it by paying call cost. Which is nothing, so that's funny. 2 copies of Lesser Fiend Yama Oni. Counteract, put a soul from a card on your field into the drop zone. You only use this once a turn. 2 copies of Dispatcher from Assassin Circle, Sakate. His ability is act, you may pay a life and put a soul from a card on your field into the drop zone. If you do, draw a card. I'll use it once a turn. 2 copies of Fiend of Elements Affliction Oni. Pay 1 gauge. When it enters the field, put up to 1 Oni Assassin item from your deck into your hand and shuffle deck. Then if it enters via ambush, you may equip an item from your hand by paying the call cost. So a great way to get your item out if you were struggling to find him. 3 copies of Fiend of Gaze IO for size 1. Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned that the affliction was size 1, so we've already started. So Fiend of Gaze IO. When he enters the field, choose an Oni Assassin on your field. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, put up to 1 from among them face down into chosen card's soul, and rest of the bottom deck in any order. So size 2s now, and we only run 2. 2 copies of Kuraha. Pay a gauge. When she enters the field, put up to 1 card we ambush that is not her from drop zone to hand. Then if it enters via ambush, I may put a card from my hand face down to solve an Oni Assassin. So a great way to set up combo plays and all sorts. Here we go. My buddy's set of Oni Seer of Auto Deity Chaos Ibuki. Core cost, pay 1 gauge. Size 3, 8,000 power, 2 critical, 5,000 defense. When it enters the field, destroy a monster on your opponent's field. If this card entered the field by card effects, destroy a card on your opponent's field instead. So when this enters normally, destroy a monster. When it enters via ambush or any other means, pop a card on the field. So set spells, items, whichever is good to go.
Now you have to wait for 20,000 locks.
3 copies of Ibuki's Right Hand Man Kidabreki. Can only call it if you have an Oni Assassin item equipped. The core cost is top 5 cards your deck face down to Soul and pay 2 gauge. So 7,000 power, critical 3k defense. Great way of triggering multiple ambushes and setting yourself up. And then lastly for monsters, 3 copies of Shoten Demonic Deity Kidabuki. Yep, one of them's body rare, of course, because awesomeness. 10k power, 3 critical, 5k defense. Core cost, pay 2 gauge. At the beginning of your turn, destroy all monsters on your opponent's field and deal damage to your opponent equal to the number of cards destroyed. So if they have a full field, nuke it and deal 3 damage. Overkill, pay a gauge when monsters on your field will be destroyed. Choose a monster on your field, and for this turn, that card can't be destroyed. Ambush and move. Very nice card. On to spells. 4 copies of Midnight Bodyguard. You can only cast this card during an attack on your opponent's turn, and if I have an Oni Assassin on field. Null the attack, then you may put a soul from a card on your field into your drop zone. If you do, top card of deck into gauge and gain a life. 3 copies of Oni Convoy. Set spell, act, put a card from your hand face down to soul of an Oni Assassin on your field. If you do, draw a card. Sets up stuff. 3 copies of Under the Table. Essentially, top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge and you gain a life. And when it's put from the soul of an Oni Assassin on your field to drop zone, gauge 3 instead. Watchful Eyes, essentially it's a flip on Under the Table. Instead of So it's top card of your deck to gauge and 2 life, and when it's put from face down from there. When it's put from the soul of an Oni assassin on the field to drop zone, gain 3 life.
I'm actually
4 copies of Banquet for the Unrighteous. Choose or use one of the following 2. We all know what this does. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, put to 1 monster from among them into your hand, rest to drop zone, and card from drop zone face down to soul a monster on the field.
I love unrevivable at the end.
4 copies of Hiding Oni. Cast cards, put a soul from a card on your field into drop. Put top card of deck into gauge, draw 2. Can only cast it once a turn. So that's it for the spells. Items, we only run 4. We only run 4 items, and it is the new one, the Yobigitana. Pay gauge. When this card attacks and destroys an opponent's monster or deals damage to your opponent, you choose an Oni assassin on the field. Includes itself. Look at top 4 cards of your deck. Put up to 1 from among face down. Shows the card's soul. Rest to the bottom deck in any order. And then lastly, 2 copies of the Impact Dark Skill Eerie Wailings. Pay 2 gauge, choose or use one of the following 2. Choose an Oni assassin on your field, put 2 cards from your deck face down into the soul of it, shuffle deck, and then the counter speed, put all souls from all cards on the field into drop zone. Anyways, that is my Oni Assassin deck. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out our Facebook page, the Team GHQ page, or Twitter at Team GHQ YouTube. And as always, guys, happy gaming.